Hi guys, I'm Steven.
I'm Autumn, and we are Mars Paranormal. Come along with us
As we explore
cemeteries,
haunted locations,
family blogs.
so come join us on our exciting adventures.
Thank you for watching.
Hey guys, Steven with Myers Paranormal. Today we're going to do part 5 of our cemeteries hidden in plain sight. We're right here on the side of a road. Other side of the trees is a brand new high school, but look right here. Let's kind of watch the sun, it's blinding. But right behind me is a driveway. It just goes up a hill. And up that hill is a cemetery. We're going to go check it out. So you guys come along. So we came up this really steep hill, up a driveway, and this is what we find. It's actually a bottom part, goes up a hill, and then there's a top part. And for the sake of the video, we're going to call it Sulfer Springs Cemetery. But if you actually come out here, there is two different signs. The bottom one's called Lower Sulfer Springs Cemetery, and the top one is Upper Sulfer Springs Cemetery. But
You might see the name of it. I already posted one video of it.
the reason why we're kind of doing it now is, like I said earlier, right down here, this little road, it actually goes up to the brand new Fort Payne High School. And it's not on school property at all. But we wanted to make sure school was out of session so that there wasn't any kind of mix-up or they think we were doing anything wrong or anything. So let's just see what we can get up here.
I was here once. It's like my third or fourth video, and I was just using the K2 meter.
Yeah, but today we're going to do a walkthrough, and we'll probably come back later and do a spirit act session. So that's coming up. The first one we come to, Raymond Ledford. He was a a Korea veteran that died in 1970. And Glacier Ledford was an Army veteran, died in Korea in 1978. It's a Ledford family. So this one is one of the older ones that we've been to. It has a whole lot of fieldstone burials and war memorials and things like that. So this one is Belker Davenport. He was part of the CSA, which is Confederate States of America, I think, something like that. He died. He was a Civil War veteran. And as you can kind of hear in the background, we are right on the road, so just have to overlook all that. But see, there's just loads and loads and loads of just fieldstone burials. Got an obelisk right here. We have another veteran, Claude McNutt, Sergeant U.S. Army, World War I. He died in 1980. Right here, M.E. McNutt died in 1905. Has an obelisk as his. Looks like there might even be a. It's R.G. McNutt, died in 1880. Lewis McNutt, 1912. Jeez. Cena and McNutt, 1925. Lena McNutt, 1983. So I've never even heard that name before. This is all these right here seem to be the same name. So, but then you, like I said, you just got these old sandstone grave markers. And then we got an infant, some really old ones. Can't even read that one. This one's from 1912. It's a Maxwell. See, just all down through here is rock grave markers, just lined and lined. All kinds of them. The Keys family died in 1935 and 1919. So you could actually drive that little path and go all the way up to the top, but we just stopped at the bottom. We're going to walk our way. You good? I don't know if I actually caught that or not. She slid down and busted her hump. It's the fall of the year, so there's a lot of leaves. But Lewis Blevins, 1923. Lou Blevins, 1951. Lonnie, 1922. Annie, 1972. And then we got all these. Got obelisk and looks like a couple of war memorials there. Let's see, the bear of 1912. Can't really tell the last name. And right here we have David Spring, 1907, Confederates, State of America. And right here is his headstone, war memorial. Adelaide Davenport, 1905. And then, of course, these markers here. 1908, that's a baby. 1919 to 1919. Just a few days apart. Just more and more old flat stones with just barely legible writing. 1869. Couldn't read the other one. 1905. Some real pretty ones. Okay. But yeah, you can see there's just a massive plant here, a school over there, school here, main highways going everywhere. Nobody even knows this is here. I know people that's lived in this area for years and never knew this was here. So that's why we wanted to make sure this one was added to the series here. A friend of mine, she actually knew it was here, and she told me to look close to the high school and told me the name of it, and I just looked at Google Map at the school and went to the cemeteries near here on the Google Maps and hit the button, and there it popped up. And they, for some reason, they consider this two actual cemeteries, but to me it's just one big one. But of course, I guess it's just me though. This got a name. It has writing on this side. It's just illegible. And most of these over in here, you can't really read them because they're so old. Here's one of the rare woodmen of the world, Annie Lou McPherson, 1925. Some of the Taylor family. Montreal died in 43. Andrew died in 44. Willie died in 61. And Tenny died in 82. You see, they have the rock stones at their heads, and then somebody spent the money and bought one with their name on it. Here's one just laid out in stone. Died in 1915. Marilda Trippett. So I don't even, to me it's kind of confusing. How do you know where the top starts and the bottom ends? Elizabeth Taylor, Velma King. This one's collapsed and the stone actually fell off the base. Barrel from 1950. 1961. See, there's more of those rock burials with no legible name. This was a child's grave just by the size of it. Right here we have a small one. Jesse Grand, 1 year old, died in 1912. Here's some sandstone, fieldstone burials. No idea what it even says. They're illegible. Covers them all. Oh, did the tree fall? Dang. Tree fell. Piece of the cedar tree blew down in the storm. 1928 here. Can't read that one. Joe Tomlin, 1932. Ida Tomlin, 1953. Had my saw, it just cut right up, but I don't have it. Just can't hardly. It just says infant on it. All these are children by how short they are. 1920. Another infant that's just a rock, and there's one adult. Estelle Blevins, 1925 burial. Some more, looks like maybe children. It's cedar. I know it's cedar. This is Holy Man, Holman, 1905. Real fancy stone. It's a big one. Let me back up. Monster stone just for one person. There's a child. The footstone for that one. An adult. Illegible. And then we got Thomas Holman, 1928. This is 'cause John, wife of Thomas over there, died in 1897. Got some more, just a lot of these are illegible, just regular old stone. Scott, 1973, illegible stone. 1895 for a Warren. Eliza Warren, 1904. Charles Warren, he was part of the Confederate States Army Civil War, died in 1905. I think this is a Warren plot. All this right in here is a Warren. They all say Warren. 1880, 1 year old. Amanda Warren, died just a couple of months old. A large Warren headstone, and then you have the small ones to go with it. John Warren, Mary Josephine, died in 1932, and Francis Marion, son, died in 1903. Little homemade, it's rock and concrete, little outcrop in here. More Warrens, a lot of Warrens here. 1925. This is a Durham. Died in 1910, Confederate States Army, but he was with the Georgia Infantry. This one says Robert Bohannon, Confederate States Army. A lot of Bohannons and different names like that. All kinds of just rock graves. This looks like a child here. Died in 1930, just 6 months old or so. Another child. That one recently fell over because I don't remember it fell over the last time we came. And we got just more fell over stones. And we got this one don't even have a name on it. So must be just a marker. This one says Willie. Don't even have a. I think the last name. I don't know what the last name. It just says Willie on it. 1893 on that one. 1890 on that one. Looks like two kids. This one says something, but can't hardly read it. I have another grave right here. It's a Thomas Slayton, Alabama Cavalry, Confederate States Army. Died in 1864. So, just all kinds of old graves here. And I'm thinking, if I'm not mistaken, there may even be some more down here. So, just a real nice old cemetery out here in the middle of nowhere. So, real nice old place. So, I'm gonna do a little walking around some more here in just a minute. All right, let's continue on here. We'll see a few on the way back to the car. This is the one I've been. Has these two pretty shrub trees right in the middle is a heart. And may have had a picture or something at one time. Hudson, I think is what it says. With 1923 as the death date. And there's a footstone. And then Mary Jo Johnson, 1932. And this one, I think it's a base. It looks like at one time it was part of a bigger one and it was cut or something. I don't know. Can't tell, but it's missing part of it anyway. See, they probably used to use that as a base like this one. Maybe the company made a mistake, and instead, like they were making a humongous monument and they made a mistake in the letters. So what they did was, for the folks that couldn't afford a base, they took that and broke it, cut it up into pieces, and sold it to them for a reduced price, and then they could put their headstone on it. Some people had to do things like that because they just, hard times in the neighborhood's always been around. It's not a new thing. And during the 30s when that happened, that's the Great Depression. So, let's see what we got over here. Kington, 1968, 1933. Henderson, Lizzie, Old Shield, and Annie. 1950. That one is hidden under, you can't see it. But. And then we got Burnett. Looks like it sunk in so much. This one looks like it's been newly placed. It has. Had Lemuel and May Beeson had a son die in 1931 and had a daughter die in 1950. And let's see. And they had a son born in 1940 that died recently. Died in the U.S. Army 2021. His parents died in 56 and 72. And then up here you have a couple, but on the outside you have infant of Bohannon. And there's like 3 of them. 3 children of the Mr. and Mrs. buried up here. Okay. Dang, did you get it ripped down? Clean that thing right up. This one is James Hickson, Company A, 10th Tennessee Cavalry. Doesn't have a birth date or death date. Oh, man. See, she couldn't break that down, but she at least piled the limbs up outside of the grave anyway. So, all right, lady, let's start making our way to the car. It's getting cold. Starting to get dark, and we're gonna show you some more as we're heading back toward the car on the bottom end. Oh shit. Infant. I can't really pronounce that. Foster, a bunch of foster children. We got a big one right here. Size more. 1927 barrel. It's a large one. A lot of children. 1920 barrel. Yeah, most of them. I like this stone. That's pretty neat looking. Farlow Campbell. 1923. Real pretty stone. There's more wiring. You heard that loud bang, it was a train going by. Some more of the Fosters. I'm gonna walk down here toward this bottom side because we walked up on the high side over there. So let's see what we got here. Hayes from 1949. 19 teens. Same there. Of course, we're facing right into the sun. I hate that daggone sun when you're trying to drive it blind you. 1930. Some of these stones are so illegible you can't even read them. 19 teens. Can't really read any of them. They're just neat looking though. More rocks. See, some of these, it has like an old rock and it has a stone next to it. I think that's kind of like what a friend of mine was talking about, where they do the geology, because if they don't have a stone so they can look up who these people are, like these individual ones, when they find out, they can do this. Put a stone like this with their name on it to go with their rock. So, all right, guys. Thank y'all for watching this video. We're gonna go film some more. So appreciate y'all watching.